Hey, it's Eric Cornish here with the Enhancement talent in Nashville. Rob, I'm sorry you couldn't be here because I've got the one and only Brooke Hogan. How are you, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful. And you're doing the country music thing now. So transition, you know, you're not taking care of the Knockouts division anymore. You're focusing on the country music.
Yes, I am. You know what's so funny? The story behind that was there's a lady that is named Dixie Carter here.
Right,
Everybody's
we know Dixie.
Dead Dixie Carter? I'm like, no, she's very much alive. I had to find out that there was another Dixie Carter before her. But Dixie, who owns TNA, said, you know, we really would love to have a female on the show. We need a manager for the Knockouts. And I was like, man, I promised myself I would never get into wrestling because that would just be total nepotism all the way with cheese. And she goes, no, you know, I'll make you a deal. I know people in music because she's got a background here in Nashville. And she's like, I'll hook you up with, you know, all the best songwriters and stuff if you come do this. So that was our deal, and that's what got me to Nashville.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that. That's cool.
That's the undercover story.
Ah, well, now you know. Now you know. So let's talk about the brief run that you had, and you know, the wedding craziness with Bully Ray. How was that experience? Finally getting a little taste of being part of your dad's world.
It was. I have to tell you, I've been in the entertainment business for a while. I've sung on stage for tons of people, and I've been on radio interviews and all kinds of things. I feel like I'm pretty seasoned in the entertainment business. Yeah. And standing and speaking live in front of wrestling fans was the most terrifying experience of my life.
We're not that bad, are we?
Oh my gosh, I would be standing up there trying to remember what I was like, my point and who I was going to eliminate, and I was mad at somebody, and it would just throw me off when somebody would be like, show them to me. And I'm like... You know, it just throws you off because they're just yelling at you. And they're like, take off your top or whatever. I'm like,
oh, that's what they meant by show. I had no idea.
You know.
But so let's talk about growing up before you were officially in the wrestling business. You were around it all the time. Are there any moments when you were like really little that you remember that just stick out in your mind that now you look back and go, that was surreal?
Oh, my gosh. You know what? The last WrestleMania, actually, because my dad... I'll tell you about younger me, too, but recently, this last WrestleMania, my dad came out with NWO.
Right. And
he told me that he was not going to wrestle anymore. He's had, like, 10 back surgeries. He still works out every day for, like, 3 hours a day, and he's in perfect health. But, you know, he's just, after you have 10 back surgeries, you don't want to be going and taking bumps. And he surprised all of us, and he took a freaking bump. I'm like, what are you doing?
Now he's still talking about 32 here. What's up with that?
I'm telling you what, he's like reversing in age. I seriously would not put it past him to go and like beat someone's butt in the ring like soon.
So let's go back to little you.
Yes. Man, I would have to say watching him lace up his boots when I was little, I didn't fully understand what was going on, but I remember his demeanor changing and him just being so serious. And I would try to go and talk to him and he'd be like, not now, baby. You know, daddy's getting ready to, you know, work or whatever. And I remember just seeing him so serious, and it really resonated with me as a child because I knew something was going down. And the worst was, you know, you'd see him get beat up out there, and he would tell me it was ketchup, all the blood. And it's not ketchup, it's really blood. And just the smell of the blood on him, really, I don't know if you've ever smelled a mass amount of blood. It's very metallic. It actually has a very pungent odor. And it was just terrifying to see him covered in his own blood or somebody else's blood, especially Ric Flair. He bleeds like a fish.
Yeah. I can't imagine that as a kid. But, man, you've had quite the life, and best of luck to you in your country music career. And thank you for spending some time with the Enhancement.
Thank you very much. And like I said, don't tell my dad that you've been following my career and stuff or following me because he'll body slam you.
I won't. No, I don't want the leg drop. Thank you. Brooke Hogan here with the Enhancement talent.